DeleteLawZ gets paranoid after self-doxing. Will 6 cameras placed inside and outside of his studio bring him peace of mind? Plus, he's leaving YouTube? Again? James Freeman dashcam video released of recent arrest. Does it verify his claims of being a badass? Durbin wants to disband bar associations. Says you can act badly and still be a lawyer. Plus, Kidman interrupts a verbal rumble between auditors in her grand return to the Scientology Center in LA. Good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Auditing Insanity Newscast powered by ReallyCoolNews. I'm AI Johnny Jones, and I don't have much to say, as the lush bum hack writer Jim Finch is too tired from falling back to give me anything real to say. So with that, I'll ask you to focus on
DeCastro puts up cameras after self-doxing studio. A paranoid DeleteLawZ Jose Chili DeCastro took to the streets of Los Angeles on Saturday afternoon to investigate the police presence outside a house within blocks of the city's downtown. DeCastro approached a police officer who said it was an investigation of an alarm that had been triggered. There were 6 observed police officers on the scene along with multiple police cars. DeCastro claimed a helicopter flying overhead belongs to the police, but that could not be verified. While the police stood around the scene, DeCastro began to explain how to do a First Amendment audit and invoked his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent after an officer tried to make small talk with him. That seemed to set off DeCastro, who announced that he recently put up 6 cameras at his new studio, both inside and outside, as he needed to record the faces of everyone who came near his rented property. DeCastro's paranoia stems from his own self-doxing of the studio last week, as he released a video confirming that he rented a specific studio in downtown Los Angeles. The space corresponded to a video DeCastro released to his followers back in August, which was quickly leaked to various forums. Viewers of the video were quick to find the location's address in Google Maps, and it was apparently confirmed by DeCastro in the video earlier in the week, as the Google Maps and DeCastro's video matched. After the police wrapped up and declared the situation a false alarm, DeCastro engaged in his chat, noting that he didn't have his glasses so he couldn't read what was typed. The YouTuber went into a long rant about filing a new lawsuit against the Las Vegas Metro Police Department and how he wanted $1 million for every month he was falsely incarcerated before having his conviction overturned earlier in the year. He attacked Justice of the Peace in Zimmerman, while noting that he had forgiven her. She was still a piece of shit who he planned to sue into oblivion. DeCastro brought back his previous promise to his fans, which was to motivate his GoFundMe seeking funds to sue Zimmerman, as he stated once he won his 7-figure settlement against the state of Nevada, he'd throw a party for his fans in Las Vegas. Promising that he would hand out hotel rooms for everyone, he attempted to hype his fans with the promise before ending the live stream. DeCastro later posted on Twitter that he was trying to leave YouTube as soon as possible. Posting, "Help me leave YouTube. I can't stand this censorship. I'm posting everything I've got on X, at HodgeTwins help me. I can't stand it anymore. I have to get off censorship tube. And follow me on X, I have to get off censorship tube. My vids will have the shitty YouTube logo them until I get them all from the hard drive. Bear with me, I'm leaving YouTube. I need your support here on X. Thank you." The YouTuber may be commenting on his recent struggles to rebrand on YouTube, as his new First Amendment Auditor channel has failed to attract his 624,000 subscribers from his main channel. First Amendment Auditor had 371 subscribers as of press time. DeCastro's Saturday night live stream drew $27 in super chats.
Katie Kidman joins DOA at Scientology protests. Katie Kidman went live from Scientology-related events 3 times on Saturday, with a confrontation between Sheep Show audits and Defender of Ant highlighting her coverage for the day. The confrontation happened during Kidman's 3rd live stream of the day in the general area in Los Angeles, where the Scientology Celebrity Center is located. Her stream started with Defender of Ant, DOA, screaming at her camera that her friend was talking about inappropriate relations with a minor in a side chat of someone's live stream. DOA, dressed similar to WWE legend Jerry the King Lawler, with a red king's robe adorning his body, seemed to target Kidman as she asked friend Sheep Show audits what was going on. As police were on the scene, they talked with an apparent minor who was at the scene with DOA. A rough story came out that the minor had a restraining order against someone who was in a live stream side chat talking inappropriately about him. DOA became more and more unhinged as police refused to do anything and left the scene for a few minutes. Police again were on scene as DOA returned, this time screaming at Sheep Show audits and accusing him of supporting whatever was happening in the side chat. Kidman eventually ended her 3rd stream without incident. It was a long day for Kidman, who started her day back at the Scientology Center on Ron Hubbard Way in Los Angeles. DOA had already been on the scene, and police made him move his van from a side street that had been blocked off for a celebration of Guatemala. Kidman walked through the area multiple times, meeting other anti-Scientology activists and briefly engaging with security without incident. Unlike her previous stream from the building, she stuck to the sidewalk and public road and was careful not to attract too much attention to herself. DOA returned a few minutes later with a female companion, and the pair proceeded to start screaming anti-Scientology rhetoric towards the block party. Kidman followed DOA's rampage through the area, and DOA successfully shut down the event before returning to his van. Once he was off scene, the event started again, with dancers and singers entertaining a small crowd that was gathered for refreshments. Kidman tracked DOA to his van, where she attempted to make peace with the activist after he had accused her of supporting his enemies. Inquiring about the signs on his van, Kidman did everything she could to smooth over the apparent animosity DOA felt towards her before ending the live stream. The YouTuber's 2nd live stream of the night, from the Scientology Celebrity Center itself, was uneventful. Kidman stood around watching cars come and go from the center without incident. No arrests were made during the 3 live streams, though DOA received 2 tickets for parking in an area designated for first responders. Ron Durbin details case against Bar Association. YouTuber and attorney Ron Durbin of Guerrilla Publishing went live on Friday to explain his upcoming hearing involving the Bar Association of Oklahoma. Durbin's law license was suspended by the Oklahoma Bar Association last year, citing numerous violations of its rules that resulted in his suspension. They ruled in the suspension announcement. The complainant alleges it has conducted an extensive review of respondents' court filings, pleadings, and statements made in open court. These include matters wherein the respondent is representing himself, and wherein he is acting as an attorney for third parties. Complainant submits respondent continues to assert reckless, malicious, and dishonest statements in his Facebook Live broadcast sessions that are posted online and publicly accessible. According to the OBA grievances, during these broadcasts, the respondent disparages judges, the judiciary, opposing counsel, the OBA, and anyone with opposing views. Complainant further submits that respondent made disparaging remarks and was disrespectful to police officers, state and county officials, and city employees. He regularly disrupts the peace when he attempts to retrieve public records pursuant to the Open Records Act. He also threatens state employees that they will be arrested if they do not immediately comply with his open records requests, and has even caused an office to be on lockdown because he caused such a scene that the police had to be called. Respondent's conduct has been repeatedly reported on by the media, including his profanity-laced disparaging remarks about judges, the judiciary, and opposing counsel. Respondent's false and incendiary attacks on the legal system and judiciary are continuing as evidenced by complainant's amended complaint filed on March 6, 2024. wherein complainant brought new charges against respondent for similar and inappropriate behavior in violation of the Oklahoma Rules of Professional Conduct. The YouTuber spent some time outlining his extensive 180-plus page filing against the Oklahoma Bar Association and promised that he would be seeking a multi-million-dollar settlement as his First Amendment rights were violated by their actions. Durbin also reaffirmed his goal to force the Oklahoma Bar Association to disband, but first it would be forced to reinstate him, so he could then resign before it disbanded. From there, Durbin assured everyone would be free to practice law in Oklahoma without interference. The YouTuber's next hearing with the Oklahoma Bar Association is set for Monday. The Arkansas Police Activity YouTube channel released dashcam footage from the arrest of anti-government activist and YouTuber James Freeman, Springer in Arkansas on October 17, 2024. According to Freeman's account, Arkansas state troopers were doing a narcotics sweep and pulling over every out-of-state car they encountered, and he was simply caught up in the sweep. In the footage, the arresting trooper was seen observing Freeman's vehicle as it drove fairly close to another vehicle. Freeman slammed on his brakes at one point before signaling quickly before he made a sharp turn to exit the highway. Instead of stopping on the shoulder of the road when the officer attempted to pull him over, Freeman continued down the exit and turned onto a local street, ultimately parking at a gas station. Freeman repeatedly fumbled around for his license and registration while calling friend Sean Buckner with details of his pending arrest. While Freeman was originally cited for following too closely and had been driving with a suspended license at the time of arrest, he was arrested for obstruction. The YouTuber refused to get out of the car after multiple orders from State Trooper Eric Haig, but began to comply with the trooper's orders when the trooper was preparing to break his driver's side window. Due to his lanky size, Freeman had trouble sitting in the back of the trooper's patrol vehicle and had to sit sideways while he was taken to jail. Freeman decided to stay in town for his first appearance in front of the judge the following week. He released an angry statement as that non-mandatory court appearance was delayed until December. And we're back. Rest doesn't come easy to you humans. We're apparently keeping the hack bum, writer Jim Finch up, so we're going to call it a day early today. While we appreciate his devotion to his Go team, maybe if he'd put more into his writing skills, he wouldn't be doing so many run-on sentences to annoy his audience. Sheesh, get some punctuation. With that, have a happy and safe Sunday. I'm out of here.